Okay, so I've talked a lot about social media. Maybe you're not a whiz at it yet. No problem. I'm really kind of tech deficit myself, but I learned a lot. It's important to learn things in order to improve your business. So I'm going to teach you right now what you need to be doing on social media every day. I like to call it brushing your teeth. Okay, that's because we don't have to be told as adults, remember, brush your teeth. I mean, I do that for my 7-year-old, but not for us, right? We do it because we know it keeps our mouth healthy. So these items that I'm going to tell you are not going to be things that you have to be reminded to do. It's going to be part of your routine. Okay, nod your head with me. It's going to be part of your routine, right? That's because you know that when you do these, you're keeping your business healthy. All right, that's how they correlate. Brushing your teeth and doing these business activities online. All right, the first thing you're going to do is every day mention Norwex in some way. So there's several different variations of like aspects of social media. And this goes for Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two that I primarily, or really the only ones that I present for my business. There's stories that I've mentioned before. Those are up at the top. They go away after 24 hours. They're just little snippets in 15-second increments. So you can talk on there, like record videos, you can post pictures. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do. If you aren't sure about how to use those or what they are, just Google it. YouTube is fantastic for teaching all that stuff, way better than I could ever. The next area is your feed post. So that is like the stuff when you scroll, you know, the feed, you're doing the scroll thing, and different people's pictures with commentary is kind of popping up, or videos or reels. Those are in your feed post. That is another way that you can post, okay? And then, like I said, and then there's within that, you can do reels or other more high-tech stuff, I guess you could say. But we're just going to keep it as simple as possible to begin with. And whenever you want to branch out to more stuff, YouTube can be your guide. So let's start though with those two little areas. There should be Norwex plugged in somewhere every day. That might just be a simple photo in your stories, like where you were using your kitchen cloth. Okay, it could be that simple. It's just to kind of spark people's thoughts. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. People have to see something over and over and over again before it even registers, much less catches their true attention to really look into it. Okay, so that's why we do it every day. When you do it though, wherever you do it, with a big long unboxing or a little bitty one picture, make an offer right there every time. Now what that looks like is, if you want to have think about what your goal is. If you want to offer a sample to someone, maybe talk about your EnviroCloth, and then when you're done talking about it or posting about it, say, if you want a sample, this is how you can get a sample, and then tell them. If you want to talk about hosting a party or an event, then maybe a post about it or talk about it a little bit, share pictures about it, whatever that looks like. We have a social media guide that you can kind of look through some options of how you could be utilizing it on social media. So you're not creating it out of thin air. You'll have some guides, but then maybe you want to offer the next event that our team is offering, or the next, how they can talk to you about becoming a consultant, or about, like I said, about hosting an event, what that looks like, how to order a product. So always be offering. If you show something, what should they do about it if they're interested? All right, so that's number one. Show Norwex every day with some type of action item along with it. Number two is feed post. So remember how I said that's the stuff that is like in your block, like you're scrolling. That is going to be something where you're going to add value, okay? What does that mean? That means people want to stop and look at what you posted. So it's something engaging, it's something educational, it's something they're like, wow, I really liked that. It creates this desire to want to share it or save it or read it or remember it, or whatever the case may be. It kind of provokes intrigue. So find things about yourself that people could learn from. If you're a teacher, oh my gosh, you could have guess what happened at my school today? This is a great tip for those of you who have kids going back to school, whatever. If you are great at cooking, here's some recipes. If you are great at bicycling, here's some tips about what you should make sure your bike has. Like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, and I would definitely pause and see what that is. So that is part of your posting on social media, because people will want to know more about you. And when they are learning more about you, they're going to be super intrigued about everything about you, right? If you get them with one area, they're going to be intrigued in all areas. So as you're posting, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, those posts are about Norwex, okay? If you have no idea, again, we're gonna have guides in place so you can look there, and always look at my personal Instagram or Facebook feed to get ideas. That is what I'm referring to, and I put it into practice in real life, so you can look at mine and see what I'm talking about. Number 3 is you're gonna post on your stories every day. Again, it doesn't have to be anything grand. Stories are just a snippet in time. They're really laid back. It's the perfect place to show Norwex through before and after pictures or quick cleanups, because it's really laid back. Just record it. You can even do some batch recordings, like maybe it's late at night, you don't want to post right then. That's all right. Go ahead and clean up the mess and take a picture before and after and post it the next day. Okay? But that is, again, where you're going to talk about Norwex and then a call to action. It's also going to be like little plugs of your daily life. So if you are in your backyard and it's a beautiful day, you can post that. If you're at the grocery store and you saw a great new snack item, it's really simplistic stuff, people. It's just to keep your audience engaged. Okay? Next, finally, is connecting with others. Because social media, you have to kind of be social, or else the great big algorithm, which is what controls what everybody sees, it's like a data formula from the computer, determines which people's content you see. So you really want to be the algorithm's friend in order for other people to see your content, because when they see your normal everyday stuff and they like you, and then they see your Norwex stuff and they are intrigued, they're only going to see all of that when the algorithm shows it to them, okay? So how do we overcome that? These connections. You're gonna do at least 5 a day of people that you already have been in communication with, okay? So that would be don't talk about Norwex. It's not about that. It's just about being social, so the algorithm sees you being social. So those are things like you see people and it's their birthday and a simple happy birthday on their comments. You see people talking about their child's going back to school or starting karate or something, and you're commenting about it, or you just see someone talking about getting a new job, like literally anything, and you're just commenting something about it, okay? Something a real human would say. Okay, that's number 1. Super simple. 5 people that you want to eventually learn about Norwex, you want them to see your content, go ahead and just comment on their stuff. And then 5 brand new people that you don't know. That's kind of like nerve-wracking, right? Where do you find these people? I recommend going to the little magnifying glass, especially on Instagram. This is the perfect place for that. If you're not on Instagram, it's cool. You can do it on Facebook too. I use both of them. But brand new people would be using the little magnifying glass and typing in some keywords of things that are related to you. So, for example, my daughter has a disability. So I talk a lot about disability life to encourage other moms. So I would type in disability mom, and I'm able to then, based on that keyword, see a bunch of different people who are also talking about being a disability mom. And I could comment on their posts. I could, follow them, create from scratch a brand new connection. I've done that over the last years, and I have tons of internet friends now that are close friends that I never would have had if I had not made that very first reach out and said, oh, I like those shoes for your son. Where did you get them? Like something super simple. And it has grown from little bitty likes on their posts to full-blown everyday conversations. So of course you're going to get like really great true life connections out of it, but also those people are going to see all your Norwex advertisements or posts or whatever, okay? So at least 5 of the people who you already know and 5 new people. So that means you are constantly having a new funnel of brand new people coming in. You're offering things through your Norwex content like, hey, you want to join my VIP group? And then it becomes very natural in conversation when you've been communicating with these same people over time. That relational ask that I've talked about previously, then that is appropriate. So it's no longer a stranger communicating with someone about their business. It's no, like I actually have talked to this person multiple times and now it feels appropriate. Now I can respond when they're talking about cleaning their kids, the Halloween makeup off their face. I can actually comment on that with a relational connection and confidence and say, hey, I have this body cloth from Norwex that is what I use on my kids. It's all we use to clean our skin. I think that would be perfect for the kids' face makeup. Do you want to try one? You could send it to them as a sample, or you could show them a little video of you taking your own makeup off or something to show them why it would work. You could talk to them about, you know what, I'd love for you to have it. Why don't we get it for you for free doing an event? Okay? Do you see how that connects all the way from ground zero all the way through to serving? Okay, I know this video got long. I really hope that it was beneficial. If you want to learn more about the brushing your teeth concept and more about social media, I love to dig into this and the relational aspect of it. If you want to go to our team page on Facebook, we have a whole guides section, and under that is a section talking about social media practices and brushing your teeth and all this stuff, and you can get even a bigger picture of what I just talked about. Okay? All right. Don't get overwhelmed. Get in there. Start somewhere. If you miss a day, just restart the next day. If you miss 3 days, don't throw in the towel. It's just like exercise. Do your best to do it every day, and when you miss a portion of it, jump right back in. You're still doing a good job. And check our social media guide, the guideline, the little paper you're gonna see, to see some ideas of how you can post so that you don't have to start from scratch. Okay? I believe in you.